Join the legendary Force MDs in the morning, along with Dr. Pebbly Pooh, the first female hip-hop soloist, in the mornings on the Force MDs Morning Show, featuring Dr. Pebbly Pooh, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, live on Facebook or on Uni-TV and radio on the Force MDs page.
Elizabeth.
Oh,
hey, yo,
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know how he got on there. He hit the button himself and got on there. How the hell did he get there so quick, man?
Gentlemen.
What's up, Doc?
What's up, baby?
Nice, man.
Oh my God.
Hey, y'all.
Nice.
What's up, babe?
Oh my God. I miss you, Doc. I haven't talked to you in so long. Oh my God.
Ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
sweetie. I've been just grinding. I got twins. They're graduating in 2 weeks.
Oh,
You know, we've been stressing over here trying to survive, you know?
That's
I
right.
know that. I know that's right.
Beautiful
Oh,
spirit, brother.
man.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome to y'all the legendary Doc Ice. Dr. Ice.
Yes,
Yo,
Legend.
Dr. Ice.
what's up, guys? Man, see,
Yes.
y'all saying, well, you know, it's crazy because y'all saying legendary to me. That's a mirror. Y'all are my legends. You know what I mean? Like I can't even express and explain. I'm like, this is like, I don't even know how to explain how I paid attention to you guys. And then when we connected together, it was like we just always been together. So
Yes.
y'all say legend here. No way I bow down to who's talking to me right now.
Hey, Doc Ice,
We love
for 1 minute, because
Yes.
I need you to look behind Pebbly. What do you see?
Oh, let me see what's going on with P.
Look behind her.
Let
What do
me
you
see.
see behind her?
Oh my! Is that Caesar?
Yeah. What kind of wall is that behind her?
Well, that's behind her. It looked like a tent, like she's doing, you know,
Doc, that's why I love you, Doc. That's why
Oh my God,
Hold
Doc.
on.
like
Let
she's
that
doing
finish, let that finish.
like she's doing Naked and Afraid or something, you know.
Hey, Doc. Hey, Doc. Hey,
Yeah.
Doc, listen.
Yes.
Hold on. Hey, Pooh, let me listen. Let's keep it real with Doc. Doc, listen
Yes.
carefully, man. You know, since we've been doing this show for almost like 4 years, man.
Wow.
We've
Right.
been telling Pebbly like 2 years, almost 3 years. Pebbly, you know, she's scared to go outside every now and then. So it's
Okay.
like, so right now she's in a fallout shelter. She's in a fallout shelter right now. And Doc, behind that wall is string beans. Listen, string beans, black-eyed peas. Listen up the back, pork and beans, tuna fish, water, distilled water. Doc.
You see?
Distilled
Oh my
water.
God.
And guess what?
What?
Cat food and dog food.
Listen. See, what I'm saying is Pebbly Pooh is living where we need to be. She got a personal go bag in her life. You see?
Look, she's ahead of her time right now.
She's ahead of time, ahead of the game. And here we are without a go bag. So I'm thinking, Peb, you need to let us know where the secret location is.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Trini. Shout out to Trini. We see you, Ma.
Yo, Doc, Trinell is on here.
What's up, Trin?
Yeah, Trini on there. What up, Trin? Yeah, Trin.
Yo, first of all, Doc, this is my basement, and that's installation.
I understand. You ain't got to explain to me. Don't even tell them. I know where it is, and I'm gonna make sure that if anything happens, I will be there.
Yo, listen, I need you to put a little, what you call it, like a little gift box with the beans and put a
Right.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna follow the popcorn to the
Oh
basement.
my God.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Listen. Look, man. Look. Let's go back, man. Let's go back, man. Yo, because Doc, you cats been out doing your thing for years, created classic joints.
Hey.
And what's up, Steve? Your people getting in the car now?
Yeah. I gotta take this. Yeah, y'all talk to him. I'll be right back.
All right. All right. So Steve is disappearing for a couple of minutes. He was
trying
sitting
to
in the
find
car.
Pebbly
You know,
Pooh.
Steve normally at his house.
Secret
He had an
location.
appointment with his daughter.
Yeah,
An appointment with his daughter. Hold on, before I get into Doc Ice, I gotta shout my man out because he's just yo, Paul, what's up? You still ain't shit. So listen, so watch this. Look, so Doc, man, look.
Yes, sir. I'm here, baby.
Hey, Doc, real quick.
oh God.
That's my man. Yo, listen. Yo, look, I used to hustle for his fall. I'm keeping it real with you. I used to hustle for his fall. Now, this is real talk. I know we be joking. I used to hustle for his fall. His fall is Big Fall. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Big Fall. That's hustle for his father. Yeah, his father was something else, man. That's what I'm telling them. Be careful, little nigga. You know what I mean?
Watch the step.
Yeah. His father just had me out there. Yo, I'm like, yo, go over there. I'm like, no, you go over there. You know. But listen, man. So we talking about you, Doc. You know what I mean? Where you originally from?
Originally and still Brooklyn, New York, all my life.
All your life, yeah.
All my life. I'm diehard Brooklyn forever.
Oh man.
Before we go into the U.T.F.O, what got you into the music, and what was it? What did you play instruments, or did you get bit in the ass by the hip hop bug? Which one was it?
Well, for me, right, it's amazing because I don't know if you guys remember Bless, who had Bless Me videos on BCAT and all of that, but he was like one of the video dudes who, just was in the hip hop strong, right? So when I saw him on the videos, I tripped because at this time when I saw him, he had to be, in his mid-20s, early 30s. But I remember Bless when Bless was like 8, 9 years old from Flatbush, Brooklyn. And how I remember Bless is this. I'm gonna take you guys back because I know you're gonna know this. This was before BVDs came out. When nylon, right. And if you wasn't wise, you didn't get the boxing nylons. You got them little
Superman
cut ones. We was like, you got the wrong nylons. They can't hang out your pants. So one day they was having, this when the 5% was strong, and my man Akbar and China and Shamdu and all these, they was trying to get me in the nation. I'm only 10, 11. They was like, yo, Doc, you need to get into the nation. You need to study your lessons. I was like, I just want to dance. I don't even know what y'all talk about. But this is what they would do. And we had a video store. I lived on Tilden and Lot, right by Flatbush.
I know exactly.
There was this candy store called Screen. So all of the hustlers would go there. All of the 5%ers would go there. Everybody Blessed would go there. So one day, they're having a big block party. So I'm walking by, and love is the message, is the 5%er anthem. There you go. Study your lessons. Study your lessons. You'll always be God.
Study your lessons.
Right. So one day I'm passing by. I got the not the boxes, the other ones, but I didn't care. I needed the nylons. So I had the nylons matching the top. So the block party going on, and they let Bless get on the mic. So Bless is on the mic at 9, guys. I'm telling you, I'm older than Bless. Bless his soul, he passed away. But at 9, he's on the mic, and he's into the 5% Nation heavy. Like, that's his thing. They got him locked. He is a son. He is son by these 5%ers. So he's rhyming, and he was saying he went down south to run his mouth and da-da-da-da. And these are the lines I remember, guys, that got me into hip-hop. He said, so I met this girl, so-and-so, she fed me, he said, she fed me good, she fed me pork. I said, the hell with this chick, I'm going back to New York.
Everybody screamed. Peace, God.
Right. I said, look at the attention. And remember, I'm walking with my brothers, and we just trying to show off, our nylons to the girls, on the block. But this attention from him caught my eye. So I never left it. So I went to Walt Whitman. After Walt Whitman, I moved to 49th Street. and still going to war with my brothers, my sisters. They all went to Erasmus Hall where D Train went. And I was like, if I go to Erasmus, I'm going to fail because I know everybody and they're going to keep me just on the street. So I was like, I want to go to another. So I went to automotive. So in that, at 13 years old, we on 49th Street. On 49th in Linden,
right,
lived the Kango Kid. I'm on 49th in Church. He's on 49th in Linden. So there was a pizza shop called Lorenzo's. So we would go get our pizza, So we sit in the pizza shop and I'd be like, yo, check this out. I'd be doing these pop moves at top with the legs, with the feet. And he'd be like, yo, check this out. And he'd be doing the pop moves with the top part. So we laugh, see each other. Later. And then we come again, see each other again. We just kept connecting. When we first met, we didn't even know each other's names. So later, yo, I'm Sean. I said, yo, I'm Freddie. So we became Sean and Freddie. So the whole East Flatbush neighborhood knew Sean and Freddie. Flatbush knew Freddie. They didn't know Sean. So I brought Sean to Flatbush. Sean brought me to East Flatbush, and we connected that real strong. So once we connected that, we started doing block parties. We started doing, all of the high school talent shows, and we was kicking behind. So one day, I wasn't writing rhymes. I just was writing poems, playing with poems in my head. And one day, Kang was like, yo, this dude, he want to battle. Doc, you want to come with me? I said, yeah, I'm coming with you. Wherever you go, I'm going. So we went to 55th and Linden. We go up the stairs. Who's up there? Special J and DJ Ice.
Wow.
Ice. So we go upstairs, right? So Kang was like, yo, we supposed to be battling, whatever. But it turned out into this thing where we said, yo, man, because I think Mix and E was looking to form a group. So he's like, let's become a group. So they was like, yo, he rap? Kang was like, nah, he don't rap, but he danced with me. so they was like, all right. So and that's what we became. So as we started, right, Kango and E, they would really write all of the, the unified raps that we would do. And I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna say this, you're gonna say that, we say, and then the bug bit me. One day I'm in a barbershop. I'm looking at the barbershop, and I see on the wall a poem. It says, when I'm in a drunken mood, I gamble, screw, and drink. But when I'm in a sober mood, I'll worry, work, and think. But when my moods are over and the time has come to pass, I hope they bury me upside down so the world can kiss my ass. I said, that's my rhyme. I took that and I made it my first rhyme at any party that I said on my own. And from that, I started just writing like a beast. Like it was always in me because my mother, like if we moved to the neighborhood, we moved to Flatbush, my mother would take the speaker from the house, put it outside, the Marantz speaker, put it outside of the building, block party, and we all dancing. And from that point on, they go, that's Nisi Kids, because my mother's name is Denise. They're Nisi Kids, So that bug is the bug that bit me. And from that point, like never, ever, ever let it go.
Hey, Doc, how did you and Kango get on the Phil Donahue show?
But here's how we got on that show. The first pay me and Kango ever had was chicken. Popeyes opened their first franchise in Brooklyn where we were, and we were hearing people saying, because we already was getting our name in the neighborhood by battling and dancing and rapping, because once we finished battle of rapping, we'd be like, all right, yo, Kank, we hit that dance floor. Whoever was rhyming, your rhymes didn't matter. We killed you with the dancing. So that was over. So when Popeyes came, they was like, yo, Sean and Freddie be dancing over here. So the guy said, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna show you how far we go back with Popeyes beginning. When Popeyes came, it wasn't a 2-piece, it wasn't a 3-piece, it was the Brutus, it was the olive oil, and it was the Popeye. So if you had the Brutus, you had the 3-piece. Popeye, you had the 2-piece. If you had the olive oil, you had 1 piece. That's what we was getting. So we was like, yo, me and Kango was like, give us the Brutus. So the guy said, you gonna dance? Yeah, we gonna dance. So we went to Kango's house, got the radio, came back, put on Suck MCs, and me and my man in there getting it on. After it was over, we couldn't articulate, yo, yeah, this is what we do. So Kango was connecting with he went to Wingate. So he was checking out this young lady who was dating B-Fine from Full Force.
Yeah.
He was liking her. So she didn't like Kango. So she told B-Fine. So B-Fine came up to the school to beat Kango up. When he came up to the school, there was a talent show going on, right?
Mhm.
So he saw Kango perform at the talent show, and he was like, "Yo," he liked him. So he came, he told me, he said, "Yo, I was coming up here to beat you up, man." He said, "Because you messing with my girl, booby, but I like how you dance." So that turned into a relationship. So they brought him to their house, and they was like, "Yo, we got our cousin. We want you to dance with him." He was like, "No, you got to see my partner, Freddie." And they was like, "Nah, but we would." He said, "No, you got to see my partner, Freddie." So I came up, and when I came to school, I was short. Beef, I'm gonna tell you this. I had big feet, big hands. So they was like, "Here could this little big feet, big hand guy coming up," and they fell in love with her from that point on. And Steve Salem, who was their manager. I mean, Lou and Steve went to school together, and because they were trying to get a record deal, wasn't happening. Steve Salem said, "Produce," and we became their production. When we became their production, in the midst, we used to dance for full force at their shows. We would come in the middle, do the dancing. So me and Kango won the Tin Pan Alley dance show with the Fat Boys, Jermaine Dupri.
Wow.
We came in first for that. And when we came in first for that, Phil Donahue, Gene Rayburn, Midday Live, I forgot the other guy. They said we want them on our show. So we went to their show, killed it, and the next thing you know, Phil Donahue was like, "I want them on my show."
Wow.
So we went on his show, we killing it. I was working at Burger King. It's ironic, guys. I'm married to the same woman who I was working at Burger King across the street from where I live now.
Wow.
I was like 14, 15. And I don't know, she might have came in the store because she's 2 years my junior. So I'm working in that store, and I said to them, I said, "Yo, I'm getting ready to leave," because I was sick of Burger King anyway. You come in and you get that smell. I don't want to work here no more. I was just done. But it was like, "Oh, come on, Reeves, we need you." I was like, "I don't know." So I got the show. And then they called me that day. They was like, "Come on, Reeves." I said, "Yo, if you guys want to see me tomorrow, turn on the TV, Channel 4, Phil Donahue, you're going to see me." And we did the show, killed it. Dustin Hoffman saw Phil Donahue, called full force, said, "I want," we were called Keystones. "I want the Keystone dancers to perform for my daughter's birthday party." Her name was Jenna, something like that. "I want them to perform." We performed for that. And from that point on, my brother Jalil was like, "Yo, I want y'all to roll with us." And from that point on,
Yes.
Wow. Yes,
you
indeed.
broke it down, bro.
Yeah.
You broke
it down.
Yes.
We see you, baby Paul. We see
You know what I mean? Gowanus in the building. You know what I mean? GP Rock.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, yo, so now I know y'all was dancing with Houdini, but where did Jermaine Dupri come in the picture? Because he was dancing with y'all too?
Well, no, here's how that happened. We went on tour. We overseas, right? When we went overseas, guys, we had 2 records.
Mm-hmm.
Magic's Wand and The Haunted House of Rock. And we were doing 1.5-hour, 2-hour shows with 2 records. We was overseas busting our chops. Me and Kango was like, "We don't got no more moves." They was like, "Find something, do something." we put it together. So we rocked overseas strong for almost a month, right? I left high school. They were saying, "Stay." They wanted us to stay. We was like, "No, we got to go back to America because we have families." And it was like, "No," they wanted us to stay. So they said, "Okay, go back home and then come back, and we're gonna have a tour set." So Jalil and X was like, "Okay, that's what we're gonna do." So we came home. I'm telling you, for about a month and a half, 2 months, we went back for almost 4 months straight, performing every night except one night a week. We probably didn't perform 1, maybe 2 nights, but for the most part, we was doing 6 nights a week every day.
Oh my God.
Germany, Switzerland, Holland, France, Belgium, London. We going all through Germany, all through these other states, countries, just touring and killing it. So while that was going on, X and Ja were going into the studio recording with Larry Smith. So what are we getting? We're getting Freaks Come Out at Night. We're getting Friends. We're getting One Love. We're getting 5 Minutes basically in effect. So we get all of these jewels. So we come home. What was put together? The first rap tour ever, the Fresh Fest. So they was like, we want y'all to go on the Fresh Fest. So what was we able to say? Fresh off their European tour, Houdini, Brand New Soul, and now we already, seasoned because we've been touring for almost 4 months. So here we come with Run DMC, LL Cool J, Beastie Boys,
That boys.
The break dancers, the New York City Breakers. We had the 2 stages. So here's where Jermaine Dupri comes in. The people who put the tour on was he's gonna kill me if I don't say his name. But anyway, Jermaine Dupri's father and uncle was the one who put on.
Mm-hmm.
So Casual Cal and oh man, he would kill me. But anyway, they put on the Fresh Fest, and once we started the tour, Jermaine was a little something. So we took him in the win because we had the dancers, we was dancers, it was a whole conglomerate of everything. So we was like, when we do shows, yo, come on, we're gonna put you with us. So we did the Friends. How many of us had them? He's popping. We connected to each other because it was so fresh, and we were bringing it to the masses. So Jermaine Dupri got under us because this Fresh Fest was big. He had no hit records. He had nothing. He had his father who put on this situation, and he had the relationship with us, and that's how it was. Jermaine and Chad. It was another dude that was with him.
Chad Elliott.
Chad Elliott. Yeah.
So the both of them was rocking together, but we just took strongly to Jermaine. We love Chad too, but we took strongly to Jermaine because he was salivating for it, like I want this. It was that kind of thing. So that's how he got connected into it, and from there, he took his role.
Hey, yo, so real quick. So you met Jalil when before you went to Europe?
Well, let's keep it clear. That's my brother.
Yeah.
Bottom line, ain't no Met. I hear you. Ain't no Met. He was waiting to see what I was doing, and I was trying to get to what he was doing.
Right. Yeah.
That's all it was. So at the end of the day, it was like, you strong enough to roll where I'm rolling, and I'm like, yeah, I am. Me and my man ready. We're gonna hold you down. So because he could have took Jermaine, he could have took Chad, he could have took them, because remember they was in the midst here and there, but they wasn't as strong as me and Kang. Me and Kang was 10. Brooklyn knew us. Look, one day Kango went to a party and he saw Shaquille. And he was like, yo, Shaquille. He said, where's Freddie? They knew Sean and Freddie. He met Denzel Washington. Denzel said, where's Freddie? They knew he met Tyson.
Oh, shit.
The name is
no, I did that by mistake.
Yeah, we made the name of
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Let me tell you something, Doc. Let me tell you something. That's what Khalil do. He make you disappear. That's what he do. You understand?
So he's the great Houdini.
Yeah.
Hey, Khalil, I think Doc taught Terry Crews how to dance. Terry Crews? Did Doc teach Terry Crews how to dance?
Yeah, showed up.
You know what?
I think Doc taught Terry Crews how to dance.
I'll tell you this, guys. I was popping before Michael Jackson and moonwalking way before him, right?
What?
Yeah.
So when we went to Europe, you know who we met? We went to a club. We met Jeffrey Daniels, who taught Michael how to moonwalk. So
you know what? I don't know. Hey, real talk. Did anybody ever ask y'all? It was a show that y'all did. It was somebody's little baby ran on the stage and was trying to hump on somebody's leg. You remember that?
Well, I do remember. You know who that is? That's Genuine doing Pony.
Oh, man,
that's who that is. I'm just a bachelor looking for a partner.
So Doc, watch this. Look.
Yeah.
Oh God.
My stomach today, man. Damn,
crazy, Khalil.
I gotta get my stomach right, man. Don't do me like this, man. Don't do me like this, man. You know, when I laugh, I get gas. You know, it's not right. It's not right. It's other reactions that go down.
Oh my goodness.
No, but Ice. So watch this. Look.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So when y'all came back, y'all was on a tour with Houdini. So when did y'all connect with Full Force to do the U.T.F.O and that whole what you call it? Because I got. Let me just say something. I don't think you really realize when you cats came out, everybody had a dope style flow. And not only that, Doc, let's keep this shit a buck.
Yes.
You know what? Even the DJ had his own swag. That shit was like everybody came with their own kung fu style, man. Like with their own swag, and that made that shit so dope. And you know what? It was a lot of groups out that everybody would rhyme. It was it was different, but everybody cadence and everybody's flow wasn't as distinct and as unique as with for sizzle. I said, yo, these niggas is trying to put slow down.
And that was because we already when we were first, we were the Untouchable Four, right? Kango, Mix, E, and me.
Right.
But then there was another DJ that they had, and other friends. It was like, but that name ain't really strong when you listen to the Fantastic Freaks, the Grandmaster of Flash and the Furious Five, Soul Sonic Force. We was like, these names is powerful. So we said, we need a name, man, that's a little more powerful. So we said, we need to be the Untouchable Force Organization. Like, we just so big, this is where we was at. So we was like, yeah. We separated, because we was untouchable. We was U.F.O guys, Untouchable Force Organization. When we went to copyright the name, they said a rock band copyright U.F.O. So Steve Salem said, don't just throw the T in there. Kango hated it. You hear me? I was like, I don't care. We became the U.T.F.O, Untouchable Force Organization. Right. This is where we made our name, big. We like, all right, now it got some power to it. This is what we felt, made us authentic. So in us having the name, we needed to stand by the name. So we was like, we need to make sure we have images, because you got the we listen to everything. So you checking out the Village People with the YMCA, and they got these images. We like, got this Indian dude, you remember him. You just don't forget the Indian dude,
right.
Something sticks. So we was like, we need that. So when we would rhyme, EMD always we was like, this is a brainiac. Like every time he rhymed, the rhymes was like, we was like, wow, this dude is crazy. And I'm at my new in writing. So I'm really recognizing going, I need to catch this vibe. I need to really get in there like that. So E, we said, all right, he's the educated rapper. The way he rhymed. Kango always liking the ladies. He the soldier of love. He got the little sword and his little outfit with his Kango. And I was like, and I always wanted to be a doctor, but they was like, yo, that's long schooling, doc. You 10 years and so that went through my mind. I ain't like school anyway. I was like, I'm gonna be a rap doctor. So I changed Dr. Ice. So the debonair Dr. Ice. So I put that in effect, and then we was like, Mix, you chopping it up. You gotta be the ninja. We took it on. And we locked it in. When we told Mix, we said, Mix, listen, keep your image, keep your ninja on. No, I want them to see me. It was like, yo, you're gonna build a big repertoire if you keep that in, that copy.
Right.
He didn't want to. So that's why on the first album you see his face and he holding his ninja mask in his hand. So that's how we built, our name. And Full Force were like, since they weren't doing well in the production, they turned their attention to us, started to produce us, because here we are on this successful Fresh Fest tour. We all rappers, but we got no record. So they was like, let's go into the studio. So we made a song called Hanging Out. It was cute, talking about the candy rapping and all that, all cute. But it was like, B-Fine said, let's do a B-side, in case, which was Roxanne. And the blessing that we did it, because you don't know nothing about the candy rap, do you? Yeah. So the B-side became the monster that made us successful. So while we were on tour, I had the 12-inch. So every time Houdini would do interviews with radio, I made sure I go to the interviews. And then after they finish the interview, I go, "We got a record." And they go, "You do any curse?" "We don't curse." They give me the record. They recorded on that little cartridge and they locked it in. And when they put it on, the phones lit up.
Wow.
Ice, is it true that DJ Red Alert broke the record in New York City?
He definitely broke the record in New York City.
Ready.
Yo, because we said, "Yo, man, we trying to push this A side." Steve Silverman, and he was like, "It's the B side." And then they was like, "No, look, we trying to push this A side, Ray." He said, "No, it's the B side." It's the B side. So they was like, "Well, we need you." To, I'm going to play the B side, and he played the B side, and it became a monster.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Now, Doc, let the people know how many answers to that record came out.
Roxanne has over 25 answers, right?
Oh my God.
We're still trying to get in the Guinness Book of Records, but you know what they keep saying? They keep saying no because somebody else may do it. We're going, records are playing a minute now. Who's gonna do that? Our records go to the bacon, to the popcorn. That because we listen to the whole record. Ain't nobody listening to whole records now. So who's gonna make an answer? You don't have no time.
Right.
Now, we sitting fighting going, just give it to us because we know we did it. And if somebody happens to beat us, we'll relinquish our crown.
That's right.
But they fighting, and that's with Select Records and all that, which I want to throw up. But
we all know that Roxanne Shante made the first answer to your record. Is that correct?
That's correct. And how that happened was Mr. Magic, who my brother Jalil was his understudy, they used to call him Little Magic. They was rocking, and he built the Juice Crew. So they told her, answer this. And I think Kane and somebody else helped her to write the verse to answer it. So what he would do was, because he had the power, play our record, stop our record, play her record.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that like yesterday, man.
Yeah, he introduced her to the industry through us, and that became a rival because keeping it real. If we was talking about fly girls, she was not the one. I'm sorry. I'm not saying she's not good looking. I'm saying she's not the one that we would have said she's who we talking about. That was hard to get.
Right. Like the Boogie Boys when they came out with Fly Girl and they started dissing them, and I had to answer that, and it was like over 10 records that was out, and when I came, they shut all of those down.
There you
so
go.
I understand what you're talking about.
You know exactly where I'm coming from. So our thing was, if we're gonna get to you, we're gonna give you the best. That's why Full Force decided to say, let's do the original Roxanne. Then they did the real. Then from there, Sparky D and I mean, it just guys. They even had Roxanne's dog Rexanne. It just Roxanne's doctor, Roxanne's best friend, Roxanne's grandparents, Roxanne's mother, Roxanne's father. It just kept going to where we was like
Roxanne's dog.
Yeah, we answered the first one, and we was like, we can't keep answering these records. It's just ridiculous. So we just answered the one. And we let that ride, and they just kept coming. And then from there, we just said, let's focus on our careers. Shante got in through that. To date, we are thankful because she had energy that a lot of other people didn't have. She had
didn't have it, right?
Right. She had a drive like a trucker, so she just kept, pushing. And the next
shout out to Roxanne Shante,
yo. Listen,
Shante.
I love her to death. She already know that is my sweet pie. I mean, such a beautiful spirit. And when she came out, she was young, and we were going at her. Kango was the main one, because like I said, he was the soldier of love. So he was like, I'm gonna attack hard. So he would go at her all day, and we'd be like, all right, we gotta soon cut this down. And then finally, we built a relationship with each other. And right now, we family, we sisters and brothers.
All right, I gotta say, okay, U.T.F.O is actually one of the first rap groups to make an R&B song, a Fairy Tale Lover.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. And people, know what's crazy, Doc? I was just doing an interview with Chubb Rock the other day out here in Atlanta, and the comedian guy's name, a comedian was like one of the co-hosts. He said, man, Hey man, I love you guys. So I like Tender Love, Love is a House. One of my favorites too, man. I like this joint y'all made too, man. When the cow jumps over the moon. I'm looking at this nigga like he's singing right. He's dead serious. Man, that's my favorite joint sports MDs, man. That's U.T.F.O.
And I'll tell you this. You know why we did that song? Because I give all props and credit to Kango. Kango wrote that whole song, right?
Wow.
So here we are. We're on tour with New Edition. And he's like, Doc, we got to sing. I said, no, we don't. We do not have to sing, Kango. He was like, Doc, we need a song so that we could compete with them on this tour. I was like, no, Kane, I don't want to sing. He was like, how come we already singing a little bit? I was like, well, I don't want to sing. I don't want to do it. He was like, Doc, please, come on, let's do this singing song. I was like, all right. I reluctantly, did the song. We put that song together. Full Force backed us up. And my God, it became a huge record. It made Run Right Peter Piper. Yeah, he said if they could write a song about Alice in Wonderland, I could say Peter Piper picked peppers. But right.
Right.
Yeah, that's why he wrote it. So for us, it was great because here we are on tour with New Edition, and we saying,
yeah,
a fairy tale of the girl, she passed out. We were able to
tour with him. We was on tour with y'all.
So you remember.
Yeah.
Right. So we were able to adapt to what was going on around us. We weren't focused in our own minds, and that is, another artist, within your group helping you to see something you might not see.
Right.
So with Kango, he helped me to see that, he just went along with it because me and Kang we was the energy of U.T.F.O. You look at any video, you look at any interview, EMD had no energy. We had to put a battery in him. But when he did the right, he was an animal. He was an animal in his own right with his writing. For him to say things like, beware the fury of prodigious man. I'll discombobulate any rapper I can. My superior vernacular will keep me ahead. Most of you were cogitating what I just said. I was like,
whoa.
Whoa. Yo, he was truly the educated rapper. And before I forget, when we went through our challenges and we went left, Jeff went back to school and he graduated out of college, the valedictorian of his class.
Wow.
Come on, you can't tell me he not the educated rapper.
That's right.
Wow. The only one.
Yes.
Hey, Doc, if I'm not mistaken, was y'all one of the first that had that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Now remember, you had Sean your beat. You had that, but not like chick. And I'll say this so you guys know from the horse's mouth. I didn't mimic my rhyme behind the cut. They mimicked the cut behind my rhyme. I said, explain to me really what doctors must do. And B-Fine said, follow that mix, chick. Well, we was talking to Howie at the time because Howie was doing the production with us. Mm-hmm. Howie, follow that, chick. Because Kango was like, yo, use the That's how that came about. So you explain to me really what doctors must do. And if I'm correct, hey, your name is Roxanne. That became the scratch because of the rhyme, not the rhyme because of the scratch.
Right.
Wow. Yo. But that, hey, Steve, you I was telling Doc, man, when you stepped out, I was like, all of them had such a distinct style. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Doc had a style, Kango had a style, educated rapper had a style, and even DJ Mixmaster Ice, even he had his style that it just made it like just unique, man.
That's why I created the leader of the pack, the man in the back that's dressed in black. He's called what we call the leader of the pack. And we in the back going, that's Mix, because we.
Yo, one of my favorite U.T.F records is Split Personality.
Yo,
me too.
Let me tell you something about that, right? when we was doing the block parties, right? Kango had this split personality round where he would do these two, type people. So they was like, all right, when we got with Full Force, let's do a record. We can call split personality, right? So we was like, bet. I said, how can I outdo, this kind of vibe? Because I always did accents and languages. I'd be like, Mira, you can't tell me nothing about my people because when you come into my people, I love it then like kufu, like ros con pollos. So I had all of these accents, and I was like, I could do the, ne holy young boy, ho young. I just knew that I could do it, but I didn't know I was gonna do the 5. So that's why I was like, I got 5 people inside, and I it came to life. And I'll tell you this, Kango was hanging with Wyclef, and he kept saying, Doc, Wyclef want to meet you. I was like, all right, King, let me know. Because remember, Wyclef was doing a lot of performances at SOBs. So I was like, all right, I said, yo, I'll come meet, I'll meet him, King. I'm down. Because I wasn't the guy that always just pop up and be everywhere. You had to see Doc. Like I was like, you go to the zoo and be like, he gonna come out. I'm telling you, he gonna come out. Well, maybe tomorrow he'll come out. I was that guy. So the one day Kang was like, nah, you gonna come? I said, I'm gonna come, Kang, I'm gonna come. So we go to the SOBs, right? We dressed up. He's like, we might perform Roxanne. I said, I bet. So he gets there and he goes on stage and he says, yo, why? Doc is here, right? And you see Wyclef, he got no shoes on his feet because that's how he performed. And he goes, where's Doc Dice? And I was like, yo, I was like, right here. So he runs to me and we hugged. He was like, Doc, I love you. He said, man, I've been a lot of your ass. I've been a lot of your ass, especially that split personality. And I was like, thank you. Why? We hugged and then we performed and that was it. But I can tell you about, so many things in that nature. Like just one before I forget, when Pac was huge, right? I say this is like, early mid 90s, right? Me and my wife at the How Could I Be Down? Not the How Could I Be Down, the BRE in DC.
Right.
Black Radio exclusive, right? So we sitting chilling and I just got her. I'm because I'm trying to introduce. Check this out, I'm trying to introduce her to hip hop, right? She don't care nothing about it, right? So she took a flight with Buju Banton and he was next to her. She didn't know it was him, and she's Jamaican. So I was like, about this hip hop thing, right? So we standing on the side, and like about 25 dudes was going down the escalator with a big bottle of Tanqueray, and they pour each other some drinks, get on the escalator, and they go, hooray! So remember Bugs Bunny when he kept going over the cliff, hooray! This is what they was doing, right? So I said to my wife, because we used to be in the car pumping Pac, like we was Pac heads. So I said, babe, she was like, what's that? I said, they go Pac. And she was like, where? I said, in the middle of all those Negroes over there. She was like, no. She said, oh, snap. I said, I'm gonna call him. She said, don't call him. I said, I'm gonna call him. I like it was in my system. I said, babe, I'm gonna call him. So I said, yo, Pop. And he looks at me because they're about maybe 50 feet away from us, right? And I said, yo, Pop. And he looked at me. I said, come here. So he looked, and all them dudes looking, right? So he had all kind of beef, so he didn't know what I was. So he walked towards me, sloop-footed. He had to be every bit of 5'2". So he walks toward me, right? And he gets to me. I put my hand out. He grabbed my hand. I said, what's up, man? I said, Doc Ice, U.T.F.O. He said, yo! He got my hand like in his vice grip. And he's looking at me and he got me smiling because I didn't know he was going to respond like that. And I was like, yo, man, I said, I love your stuff. He said, no, Doc. You're a legend. Right? So I was like, thank you. And then I said, this is my lady, Sandy. And he grabs it. He said, nice to meet you. He said, you know who you with? And my wife. So he hugged her. He was like, nice to meet you. And then he grabbed me. He's like, yo, Doc, much respect, man. I said, no, Pac, to you, much respect. We hugged. Man. And he was like, yo, Doc, man, one love. So he walks away. He gets to them dudes and he tells them, and they look at me and they take the bottle and they all go, hooray, Doc!
That's dope.
Yes.
I met Biggie once, but it wasn't that intimate. It was a quick, yo, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. But with Pac, it was intimate, and with DMX, it was intimate. It was just like this thing, man. And I can't say how much I appreciate that, of what we've done, guys, all of us, to touch the artists. Now, I ain't even talking about the fans. I'm talking about the artists. We are fans of our own music.
Yes. Yes.
So Doc, let me ask you something. So
spit it out. Don't be afraid.
Today. You know what it is? You know what it is, Doc? Sometimes Khalil goes through a moment because he has meat stuck between his teeth. And sometimes, he starts trying to suck it out, but we're gonna let that pass right now.
But I'm a relative because I've been there. Sometimes I eat certain food and I let it get in my teeth, so later I can get at it.
Look. Hey Doc, I'm gonna let Pebbly ride the bus with no transfer. Yeah, you can ride the bus with that one. No transfer. I'm let you ride the bus. Hey Doc, let me ask you something, man. Look.
Yes, sir.
When you first want to be
watch this. Look, when you first heard about Kango's illness, where was you at?
When I first heard about the illness, I was home. But well, remember, there's a twofold in that because the first time he recognized and heard about it, Bow-Legged Lou had called me and was like, Doc, do a video to support Kango. He's going through something with the the cancer, and he needs support on going into the surgery. I was like, definitely. So I did a video, sent it to Lou, and I think he went through the first surgery, and I heard it was successful, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't successful. They didn't get everything. So now maybe a year or so passes. And I'm not even thinking about Kang. I'm thinking about my family, focusing on my situation here because I'm going through it. With my fam. We fighting and trying to get through life. And I get a call from a close friend of ours who say, "Yo, Kang is in the hospital. He's going through. He wasn't in the hospital yet. He was in. He went to check to do chemo, and they had said, no, we have to do another. They called it another cocktail because it has metastasized from your colon to your stomach to your liver. So things changed from there. So it became heavy. So DJ Chill, Daryl Chill, came up here, got Kango, snatched him out of the crib he was in, put him in a hotel, and they chilled for a couple days in the hotel. Bow-Legged Lou calls me, and he said, Doc, I got the force of these, I got these, they're gonna call, and I want you to call if you can to talk to Kang. I said, bet. So that day came, and he said, if you could come. So that day came, and I didn't get a chance to come. So I did call. I said, Lou, what happened? He said, Doc, I just left. He said, but if you want me to go back upstairs, I will. I said, please go back upstairs. Let me talk to Kang. So he gets back upstairs, gives Kang the phone. Me and Kang starts talking. And, he expressed his heart to me. I was like, yo, bro, I love you. You already know that. I said, I don't care what our life is and where we're going. I said, that has nothing to do with our feelings for each other. I said, you need to know that, Kang, and don't never forget that. He was like, no, I know, Doc. I was like, what's going on? So he started explaining stuff to me, talking, and he was like, I feel like I fell off the horse and I can't get back up on it. I said, Kang, that's why you have us, to pick you up and put you back on the horse. And we're going to ride with you. Don't worry about that. We're going to fight this together. I said, doesn't matter how it goes. We're going to fight you together. You don't know you're real people until you're going to do something real, and then you'll see who's real.
Yes.
I said, I'm here for you in any regard. He was like, thank you, Doc. So I said, I love you, man, and we'll talk later. So cool. Hung up with he gave the phone back to Lou, and Lou said, Doc, he's tearing up. First time he ever teared up. I said, no problem, right? So he still had these funny feels about our relationship. Right. And how do I know that? A couple weeks go by, I text him, hey, just checking on you. And somebody, and he says to me, the text responds, good job. I didn't see this one coming. Hope you and your family are well. I said, good job. Good job.
Right.
What is this? I can't even think of the movie right now, but I was like, good job. I felt offended. Mm-hmm. So I talked to a couple people, talked to Khadijah, and they was like, Doc, don't, he's going through something. I said, I understand that. So I let it pass. Pray to my God Jehovah. I was like, Father, help me not to look at his response, but to look at his situation.
Right.
Okay. So text him again, right? So he went back home after that time, and the complications started to get rough. He had to go to the hospital. So he got admitted into the hospital. So I told my wife, I said, all right, I'm not even telling him. We're gonna go to the hospital and we're gonna go early in the morning and see him before, because I didn't know who was coming to see him. I didn't know what the situation was. So we got together early that morning. We went, and as we come right now, just so you guys know, Kango knew my wife before I did. My wife was tight with Michelle. They were
Right.
good friends. So so when we came into the hospital, they were getting ready to bring him his breakfast. So I said to the nurse, I said, can I bring him the breakfast? He said, sure. So I took the plate. I said, Mr. Fikir, I said, can I bring you your breakfast? And he said, sure. He got his room closed off. It's him sharing a room with somebody. He got the room closed off, like you're going to see the wizard.
Right.
So I said, can I come in? He said, yeah. So I opened the thing and I come in. He still don't recognize me. And he goes, excuse me for the mess. I said, no, don't worry about that, Mr. Fikir. It's okay. I'm saying his name like a doctor. You don't, Mr. Fikir. Don't worry. It's okay. So I come in. I'm doing my split personality. So I said, where would you like me to put the plate? He said, just put it over there. So I said, okay. I reach over his face. He still don't know me. I'm over his head right here. So I put the plate there, and then I sit back, and then he looks at my wife. He goes, wait, I know her. I know her. And then he looks at me and he goes, oh, S. Oh, S. I said, yeah, babe. You didn't think I was coming to see you? I kissed him and we just hugged and we expressed.
No, hold on, Doc. No.
Yes.
I heard about this because I had to go see Kango. I was there to go see it, but sometimes Kango said something about you said you was a doctor.
Yeah, because he said, yo, I thought you was the nurse. I said, nah, I'm your doctor. And he made me repeat it because I was there truly to see Kango. I was not there for no film. I was not there for no pictures. I was there for none of that. I was there to see my boy. I was there to see Sean.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So when it was because the breakfast they brought, I was like, what is this crap? He was like, I don't know, doctor. I said, you want me to go get you breakfast? He was like, yes. So what you want? So he said, egg. So me and my wife run downstairs, get him a nice breakfast, come back up, give it to him, and then we just start talking. And she was like a fly on the wall. She said, I never heard none of these stories, but I said, yeah, and some of them you will never hear, but we told all these different stories about us coming up, this, that, and the third. So when it was time to leave, I said, yo, King, I said, I'm gonna come back and check on you. I said, but we're gonna leave right now. He's like, no, wait, Doc, wait, I want to film this. He filmed that. He said, I want to film how you came up to me to the hospital today. I said, whatever you want, bro, I'm gonna do for you. So I did that. So so we did that, and he put it out there, man. And when I look at his face, you could find it now. I see the brightest eyes in him.
Yeah, man.
That I've ever seen. And I was like, I was amazed at that because he touched my heart in that. So from there, I went home, waited about a week. I said, I'm going back up. Went back up. Got a call from L. L was like, yo, Doc, what's going on with Kang? I told him the situation. He was like, yo, what do we need to do? I told him. He went to the wall for Kango. He was trying to get Kango in Sloan Kettering to get him better service. And then he called me another day. He was like, yo, I'm going to see him. I said, you want me to come with you? He said, you want to come with me? I said, yeah. He said, meet me at the hospital, Doc, in the lobby. I said, got it. So get to the hospital, meet him in the lobby, bring my son. L is a figure. Well, we stopped the hospital. And as we're coming in, who's coming behind us? Lisa.
Wow.
All of us connect, and we go upstairs and we sit with Kang for hours, just kicking it, talking. And I could see him at one time. He was like winded. I said, stop talking. I'm going to talk. I'm going to tell a story. So he's like, all right, tell a story, Doc, tell a story. So I tell a story about our history. And he go, wait. But what about the, so I allowed him to rest, He was like a kid, you know what I mean? Like a kid in a candy store. So I was like, all right, so I'm going to make y'all laugh one more time. So that time passed, came up another time. So I'm sitting with him and this is when it was getting heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, and I was like, everybody left out the room. I was like, Kang, I was like, I said, you want me to read you some Bible passages? I'm just, I'd like to read, right? So he's like, okay. So I started reading, right? I started reading, and I read it, right? And then I kind of get chucked up on some words, down, like maybe after about 8 verses, right? And then I chucked, and I got ready to read again. He's like, I heard no more, Doc. I said, huh? He said, no more, Doc.
Yeah.
Okay, I said, I'm sorry, Kang. I just wanted to fill the air, and whatever. He was like, I said, all right, bro. If you good, so you want some more water? Yeah, give me some water. Put some ice in it. So I brought him water, ice, and I just sat there with him, enjoyed the air and the space. But I laughed. I brought it home to my wife, and I said, I was reading these things, then, babe, and then so and she goes, I don't know why you was trying to baptize him. I was just reading. She was like, yeah, but you couldn't say. I said, I know, saying I didn't know, you don't know what to do all the time. So I was like, I thought that was good. So after that, I said,
Right.
I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna enjoy our space. And that's what
I did. Trini said to tell Sans, hey, what's up?
Definitely, no doubt.
Doc, man, you know something, man? Out of all ups and downs you and Kango been through, man, that was really good closure for him, man. I'm happy.
Yes.
All happy, man.
Ooh,
really
man,
happy.
It was real good closure.
That, man. Can't carry something in you, carry something in you, and I think you made all that go away, man. It's a big part. You going just by you and knowing that you really do love him, man. You going up, talking with him,
yes,
laugh.
You guys know, man.
Really,
we say, it was closure for him, but he don't even know how much it was heartwarming for me.
Right.
Because I'm like, good job. Who you talking to, Kang? This is Freddie. Forget Doc. This is Freddie. Who you talking? So my heart wanted him to understand, and I'll tell you something that he didn't tell you guys that he told me. He said to me, I know whose side you on, Doc. I know you love me. I said, don't never forget that, Kang. Never forget that's from 13 years old, 14. We became, we didn't know what we were gonna be, but we know we was gonna be it together.
Right.
So it was tough, because I thought he was gonna get past this and we was gonna deal with what they did say 5 years. Okay, I was looking at that. I wasn't looking at no weeks.
Yeah, right. No, man. Because I just went down there. Then, like 2-3 weeks later, it was. It's funny you said that. I didn't want to take no pictures, and I didn't want to do nothing. I said, okay, I'm just talking. I didn't want to do no pictures, all the stuff. But I do want to say this, man. I was mad, man. I'm gonna tell. I was just mad y'all didn't come back together, man. I say this to you, I say this to you. It was kind of like. We come from a group that we had our challenges and stuff like that too, and I'm 3D on how certain things just can keep everything at a space where it's just hard just to kind of move forward. But it was just like I always, especially when, all the times I've talked to Kang, because Kang used to, when Kang was up there, I used to go to Kang house all the time. Like, there's no way, is it any possible way? Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? But yeah, I always, man, especially with all the shows, everywhere around the country we meet up, and I said, Doc, I'm like, when is this really ever gonna happen, man? And I know King was doing a documentary, this and that, doing this and that, and
I say it to you, in life, right?
Yeah.
Some people grow apart, some people grow together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And with Kango and myself, the way he saw things, it put us apart. And the reason why I put us apart, not apart as far as brothers, apart as far as business. So it got to a point where he did things where we said, you know what? You have to go through it and figure it out for yourself. It's like, and not that he was a kid, it was like teaching your kids and you're trying to train them how to do things in your home. So when they get out of your home, they can do it that way and be productive citizens, so to speak. So they keep doing it the way they want. What do you say? Well, when you get out on your own, you'll see how that works out because it's not working out here. So with him and I, there were so many little things that I don't want to get into the tit for tat.
Yeah, I get it.
But what I do want to say is that we connected back together as brothers. If we didn't do music, that doesn't have to happen, because we did music in our heart. Because just for me to see him and for him to see me in his face, and when the next time he saw me, I wasn't on no camera. Next time he saw me, I was in his face. So that was our music together. Of us connecting, because
well said.
You know, when we were young, we didn't have no music. We had each other's joy. I saw him, he saw me. Check this out. Check this out. That's what it was. So the full circle, like Dana Dane say, it came back between me and Kang, and we held on to each other until he passed. So I will say that I don't know how I would have felt if I didn't get to him before he passed away. I don't know how I would have felt about myself as
it was meant to happen.
Right.
And it happened at the right time.
Right.
So well said, Doc.
And I say this to you guys, that I talked to Be Fine from Full Force, and Steve, you and I talked briefly. I'm doing my final album, and I'm gonna have them in there with me, and that will be the connection of all of us. Mix will definitely be in there on that. That will be the connection of all of us, because guys, you know me, but you haven't heard me like you're gonna hear me. I'm just sitting back and I'm just playing with little pieces, and I'm gonna drop some jewels that's gonna be embedded in this industry.
And some of your solo stuff you was doing, man, lyrically, man, I'm like, damn, it's just
Doc beats lyrically.
Doc is the truth.
Stop it. Look, I'm telling you guys now, I the one song that I got, and I'm gonna tell you this one. When before Kang had passed, I was keeping in touch with everybody, especially the main players who was in his life, who were taking care of his hospital situations, right? So me and Ralph Tresvant, we were talking, and I told him, and he got me to Bobby. I told Bob, and just tell him to tell the crew. So we going back and forth talking about it, and I think it was that I saw him that Friday, that evening, or I think it's on that Thursday maybe. But anyway, that evening he had the heart attack and he went into the coma, which he never came out of. But they were trying to figure out how they were going to try to get him out of it. So the next week came, and pen stuff just started coming to me, and I was thinking about our history, thinking about the label and what went on, and I started writing stuff. But I was writing like it was finished, and I was feeling guilty about that, because I was like, he's not gone. So I give Ralph a call, and I was like, yo, man, I feel kind of funny. He was like, no, Doc, don't feel funny. Write it. You could always change it if something changes. But if you block yourself now, you might not flow. I was like, I said, okay. So I wrote, we met at 13. We got a hit record at 18. So I said 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and then a hit record crossed the land span. The name was Roxanne, a #1 jam, but no plaques collected. Wrong label selected. Many mixed emotions, searching for love potions to ease the pain, man. Then we put on the show. They collected the dough, but we got nothing to show, but just the pain, man. So I just, I'm playing with pieces, and I'm just writing stuff down, guys, and that's gonna be my dedication to E and Kang and Ecstasy about heart.
Yo, one more question, man, before we close out, man. How is Mixed Master Ice doing, man?
Mixed Master Ice is doing well. That's my big bro. He call and check on me, be like, yo, I'm checking on you. You good? I'm like, I'm good, Mix. I'm good. I just want to make sure you're popping. Yo, I was in town for a minute, but I ain't stay long. I'm back in Ohio, but I'm gonna check on you. Like we just.
Oh wow! What part of Ohio are you in?
Columbus.
Okay, wow. We're gonna be in Cincinnati.
Yo, Mix been there since we was 5.
Wow. Hey man, yo, real quick, Doc.
And he was like, yo, dog. I said, you left Brooklyn. What's this dog? And he had this fisherman hat with all these pins and buttons on it.
Hey, man, I gotta say this, Doc.
Doc, you just let it go, Doc. You say, I'm riding with the O. I'm riding with the O.
Hey, Doc, I gotta say this. Doc, I gotta say this before we get off. Another big monumental moment for U.T.F.O. so people would know that Cold Wanna Be With You, that album went right straight to #1, man. It went to #1. That was #1 album. That was big. That was big. Number one in the R&B charts, man. An album. And you know, Cold Wanna Be With You is another smash hit from U.T.F.O, man. I'm just saying, y'all definitely put your foot into the hip hop game and made a name for yourself. That's why people look up to you guys, because y'all made noise. Y'all made something that sticks for life. Roxanne, those songs gonna stick for life.
Say this to you.
Hip hop history.
I pray that when I put this album out, which I titled "The Doctor Will See You Now," I pray that for E, for Kang, and for X, I pray I collect plaques to give to their families to say thank you.
Oh man,
sounds good, man. Yo, thank you.
Let me tell you something. Let me say this. Me and you, Doc, have been tight for years.
Yes,
years,
my love.
you know.
Yes.
And it's like we lost contact on the phone, but it's like anywhere I see a picture or I hear your name, I'll be like, "That's my baby right there. That's my baby."
Yes, yes. And I feel the same way. Since I'll be like, somebody say your name, I say who? You know, like my ear go up quick, you know, because of, and to me that right there is genuine. You don't have to talk every day to know if it's genuine. You know, if you're talking every day, it's like you're trying to prove something. No, when we talk, if we feel like no time has been lapsed, that's genuine love to me.
Yes,
Exactly.
absolutely. Have a pure heart, and you and your humbleness is impeccable.
Yes,
Yo,
indeed.
don't ever change that. Don't ever change that. Doc.
We're gonna close out like this. I just need you in the public right now to admit that I wrote your rhymes.
I was trying not to tell them, Khalil.
Doc, look, at some point, I know y'all don't know. Doc was texting me, was going back and forth, and I said, he said, "Don't do it, Khalil. Don't ask." Hey, Doc. I hit you with Doc. I got to do it, man. I got to do it.
And Kyle, you wrote this for me, and I'm gonna let them hear what you wrote for me. I'll leave it at this, and look for this. Kyle wrote this. Back when we told you bite it, by the force of my God, I was guided. Put my hand to the pen, to the paper, to the beat, then Doc Ice ignited. We dropped them plenty jewels and left them many tools. Y'all sisters stuck on them corners, smoking and burning cools. We live to love this. You love to live this. Fever 16, Hollow World before y'all knew the business. Now plenty bits and pieces took him from out my thesis. Word to my nephews and nieces. Gonna be some pay increases. We about these papers now. To the bite down on my lip. Don't call me unless you got that dough, cause I don't want to hear spit. Thank you, Ty.
I lie, ain't nothing for Khalil to tell. Hey, yo, this is what we do, Doc. When people talk shit like that, this is what we do. When somebody, our listeners, when they talk shit, this is what we do. I want you to be careful. I want you to be careful, Doc. So block your face, Doc, a little bit. Block your face.
Okay.
Pow!
No. Doc,
that's with powder in the hand.
That's LeBron James.
Yeah. LeBron James, that's right. Yo, Doc, man, thanks for coming on, man. We love you so much, man. We wish nothing but the best for you, man. We here for you, man.
No doubt.
Spirit of gold, man. Always humble, always loving, man. Always smiling. You know what I mean? Always, just being you. You know what I mean? Nobody can take that from you, man. Just being you. It's not one time I ever came by you, you farted, and did anything that was like that. You know what I mean?
God, that's you. That me.
Yo, look, hey, Pooh, there's a lot of artists we show you love and done that.
Right.
And somebody ease out a little the quiet for.
You know, there you go.
It was always like, I'm always get as soon as Khalil see them leave. They go, Doc, it's not
Yo, we love you, Doc. Yo, thanks, man, for coming through, man. Thanks, brother.
I love you, brothers. Pepper, you know I love you to the ends. Like cook food and make
Yes.
a force be with my brothers. Let's talk and let's get together. And please be a part of this album.
Okay, yo,
Yes.
call us, man.
Yes, just call us. Call us. I'm coming. I'm coming.
I already know.
Doc,
Real talk,
call me, man. We'll make that happen,
No
man.
doubt. Okay, for sure, fellas. All right, take care, sweetie. Take you guys later.
All right, love you.
Love you too. Peace.